Hello, and welcome to another episode of The Leadership Doctor with SB. Before we dive into today's conversation, I want to pause for a moment and speak directly to this incredible community, to everyone who's been a part of this journey, to everyone who has been listening, subscribing, sharing these episodes, sending encouraging messages, and recommending this platform to friends, colleagues, and fellow leaders. Thank you. When this platform started, it began with a simple belief that leadership matters, that thoughtful conversations matter, that ideas, when shared and lived out, can actually change the trajectory of organizations, communities, and even lives. This was never just about content for me. It has always been about impact, and today I'm incredibly grateful to share that this community has grown to over 13,000 subscribers. Now, let me pause on that number for a moment. 13,000 people. 13,000 individuals who have chosen to spend time thinking about leadership, strategy, growth, and purpose. That means something. Because behind that number are real people, people building organizations, people leading teams, people teaching students, people starting businesses, people serving communities, people raising the next generation of leaders. And every time someone subscribes, every time someone shares an episode, every time someone sends a message saying that a conversation sparked a new idea or helped them see leadership differently, it reminds me why this work matters so much to me. So if you're listening today and you've been a part of this journey, thank you for believing in the mission. Thank you for believing that leadership can elevate people. And thank you for being part of a community committed to thinking bigger and leading better. Because you're not just subscribers, you are builders of a movement. And movements begin when people decide that the future is worth building together. Thank you. Now, let's talk about leadership. I want to give you a leadership wake-up call. Today's episode addresses something that separates ordinary leadership from transformational leadership. The difference between leaders who simply maintain systems and leaders who shape the future. The title of today's episode is Stop Managing, Start Visioning. Because many leaders today are incredibly busy. Their calendars are full, their inboxes are overflowing, I know mine is. Their schedules are packed with meetings. They are managing deadlines, managing teams, managing expectations, managing crisis. And from the outside, it looks like leadership. But underneath all that activity, something deeper may be missing. The organization is moving, but it's not advancing. Energy is being spent, but the future is not being designed. And as a leadership doctor, SB, I've diagnosed the condition in organizations all over the world. I call it managerial myopia. Managerial myopia happens when leaders become so focused on today's responsibilities that they lose sight of tomorrow's possibilities. They become experts at activity, but they lose the discipline of strategic thinking. They become masters of reaction rather than architects of direction. Now, hear this carefully. Management is not the enemy. Management is necessary. Organizations need structure. They need coordination. They need accountability. But leadership was never meant to stop there. Management keeps systems functioning. Vision moves systems forward. And here's something every leader needs to remember. Managers protect the present. Visionaries create the future. Without visions, organizations become independently efficient at maintaining things that may no longer matter. They stay busy, but they stop progressing. And leadership must always ask one important question: where are we going? Because movement without direction is not progress, it's motion. And leadership is not about motion. Leadership is about direction. Now I want you to remember why you became a leader. Let me encourage you for a moment. Most leaders did not begin their journey simply wanting to maintain systems. You became a leader because you believed something could be better. Maybe you saw inefficiency, Maybe you saw injustice. Maybe you saw potential in people that others overlooked. Maybe you saw an opportunity that no one else was paying attention to. And something inside of you said, I can help make this better. That spark, that belief, that sense of possibility, that's vision. Vision is the belief that tomorrow can be different from today. But over time, something happens. Pressures grow, deadlines increase, problems multiply, and slowly the visionary becomes the manager of the moment. But let me remind you today, you were never called to simply maintain what exists. You were called to shape what comes next. Let's talk about the difference between managers and visionaries. Managers focus on process. Visionaries focus on possibility. Managers ask, how do we improve this system? How do we make this more efficient? How do we fix what's broken? Visionaries ask, what could this become? What impact could we have if we thought bigger? What problem could we solve that no one else is solving? Managers keep systems running. Visionaries sometimes redesign them completely. Think about the leaders who changed history. The Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., my good alpha brother, he didn't say, I have a management plan. He said, I have a dream. Dreams create direction. Dreams mobilize people. Dreams ignite movements. And that's why every leader must remember this. If you only manage the present, you will spend your life maintaining someone else's vision. But when you begin to vision the future, you start shaping the world around you. Let's talk about why vision changes everything. Vision changes how people think. Vision changes how organizations function. Vision changes what leaders prioritize. First, vision creates direction. Without vision, teams work hard but move in different directions. Secondly, it creates purpose. People want their work to matter. When people believe they are building something meaningful, their energy multiplies. Thirdly, vision creates momentum. Excitement spreads. Innovation increases. Confidence grows. Vision turns organization into movements. And here's something powerful to remember. People will work for a paycheck, but they will give their best for a vision. When people believe in the future they're helping to build, everything changes. Vision requires courage. Let me be honest, because when you see something others cannot yet see, people will question you. They will doubt you. They may say your ideas are unrealistic. They may say you're doing too much. But remember this, every major advancement in history once seemed impossible. Every innovation started as someone else's idea. Every movement began with someone daring to imagine a different future. Visionaries are not reckless dreamers. They are disciplined believers in possibility. Let me reignite your vision. If leadership has left you overwhelmingly lately, let me encourage you. Vision can be reignited. Some leaders simply need to pause and ask deeper questions. What future are we building? What impact do we want to have? What possibilities are we overlooking? Vision grows when leaders give themselves permission to think beyond the moment. Let me give you the leadership prescription. We've diagnosed the issue, managerial myopia. So if you want to stop managing and start visioning again, here is the prescription. Are you ready? Number 1, protect your thinking time. Number 2, expand your time horizon. Number 3, paint the future clearly. Number 4, align your decisions with vision. Number 5, speak the vision consistently. Vision is not just inspiration, vision is discipline. And when leaders practice that discipline consistently, the future begins to take shape. The future needs visionaries like you. Let me leave you with this encouragement. The future is not created by accident. It is shaped by leaders who dare to imagine something better, leaders who refuse to accept limitations, leaders who believe progress is possible. If you're listening today, you might be one of those leaders. Someone is waiting for the future you are brave enough to envision. So stop shrinking your imagination. Stop apologizing for dreaming big. Stop limiting your leadership to manage the present. Start visioning the future. Because the leaders who shape tomorrow are the ones who dare to see what does not yet exist and then build it. And if you can see it, you may be the leader who was meant to build it. Until next time, this is the Leadership Dr. SB signing off. Don't forget your prescription, and I'll see you next week at your next visit. Be well.